Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media. We're live from PAX Unplugged. It's day 3, we're into the afternoon now. I've got Kurt here from Smirk and Dagger who's going to tell us about some cool games, but before we get to that,
yes.
How has the show been for you guys?
So we have been absolutely packed with demos non-stop. We ended up having a little extra space than we expected, so we got a 10 by 30. Demo tables everywhere, just people just crushing in to come and play the games.
I love it. Have there been any con emergencies?
No, it's been very, well, see, now you're going to curse me. I'm going to say, oh, everything's great, and then disaster. But no, everything's been fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But speaking of emergencies, you got Paramedics.
Paramedics Clear, yes.
Now, let's talk about this.
So this is our latest game, and this is an absolute heart attack in a box.
Great.
It
doesn't look as filling as like McDonald's is.
True. But what's interesting is that this is a game that it just kind of simulates the day in the life emotionally.
Oh my God.
So it is a pressure cooker of a game,
okay.
And it is a timed game. So there is an app for the game which will count down. Yeah, it'll count down your entire turn.
Okay.
And it's all through EKG. You go boop, boop. You know, it's what's going through your entire turn. And really, what you're doing is every turn you're going to have one or maybe even two different patients that you've got to treat.
Okay.
All of them have medical needs.
Okay.
And those are all represented by these tokens here. Then you have a hand of 5 cards. So, you know, these are, you know, resources you can use to pay for the various things they might need.
All right.
So, for example, here we go, I'll just grab this. So here we had a yellow and an orange is going to get me oxygen.
Okay.
This patient actually needs oxygen, so he brought a knife to gunfight that didn't work out well, but now at least he's sustained. As long as they get one thing per turn, they're going to pull through to the next round.
Okay, great.
Now, this patient needs red for a bandage, so we've got that. Sustained. No one's going to die.
Great.
So now I've got 30 seconds left, maybe. I'm still like, what else can I do? Well, I can start loading extra things into my medical cabinet. So 2 gets me a syringe. Now, none of these guys need it. If they did, I could give it to them.
Right.
But right now, I'm storing it for another turn where I may not have the time I need.
All right, but it's prepped and ready to go.
Ready to go.
All right.
I could also start building upgrades. So turn over turn, you can kind of put cards there and then start improving your rig. Either opening up more medical cabinets to put more supplies in.
All right.
A 6-card hand for the rest of the game.
Yeah. You're a little more experienced, a little faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or for the cost of 4, you've got a medevac standing by in the pad. So if you get in a situation I can't help that guy, well, I'm going to fly him out right now, medevac him, transport him to the hospital, and when they go to the hospital, they're worth positive points.
Okay.
If you can't give them what they need, or the timer runs out and it codes, well, then they go instead to the morgue where they're worth minus points.
Ouch.
So this is just a non-stop game of just racing the clock, doing all these things. It starts with 60 seconds, and by the time you're done, it goes to 45 and then 30-second turns.
And it's a game for 1 to 4 players?
Wonderful. Yeah, you can do it solo as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
A game that you can play by yourself is always fun when you just, one, if you want to get familiarized with it before you go and introduce it to your friends, but the fact you can play up to 4, that's a rig. That's a true rig.
Yeah.
You know, a driver, an A driver, and possibly 2 in the back, switching out every
now,
run.
what I'll say, though, that this is not a cooperative game.
Oh.
This is actually a competitive game. Now, you're not necessarily acting terribly towards each other.
Right.
But you're trying to be the best medic that there is.
Yeah, in this county, right here in Clare County, we're going to have the best medic, and I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so there are ways to edge yourself in there as well.
And it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to play?
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, I see you brought a couple other fun little games.
I brought some things you can kind of peek underneath the tent with.
Let's go.
Next year, Smirk and Dagger is undergoing some pretty big changes.
Okay.
We are going to continue our 14-year legacy of backstabbing games with Smirk and Dagger.
Okay.
But we're also growing now. So I'm going to have a new sub-brand called Smirk and Laughter.
Okay.
And Smirk and Laughter games are still going to be all like very emotionally centered gameplay rather than like thinky head games. But it's going to open up a whole new range of emotions.
Okay.
So let me show you the first one we're going to launch.
And if it has smirk and laughter, I mean, it's going to be the best medicine. Boom, boom, boom. Paramedics Clear.
All right, let's get this out of here. Uh-oh, there we go.
There we go.
I got it. All right, so this is Nuts So Fast. And it has all these adorable wooden nuts that come with play. This would be for like a 3-player game, but the more players you have, the more nuts go on the table.
Sure.
And it is a quick...
The jokes literally write themselves.
Oh, they really do. Constantly at the table, quite honestly. So I'm just going to put these out here a second.
And I know with all of our fans out there on Facebook that watch all of our stuff here at Game Trade Media, you guys are having a blast with this one.
All right.
All right.
So this is a boisterous, quick flinch kind of a party style game.
Okay.
So the mechanic is something you may have encountered in some other games, but it plays a bit different too. On your turn, you're going to flip 2 cards. And when you flip the cards, what you're looking for is an exact match of 4 of a nut.
Okay.
And then if you see that match, you immediately grab the nut that you see 4 of.
Okay.
Someone is not going to get one, and they're going to be getting points against them.
Okay.
That's true of the walnuts, of the cashews, and of the pistachio, except there's only ever one pistachio. So whoever grabs it is going to decide who gets the points against them.
Ah, okay.
Now the tricky part comes in the almond. Almond is not even it's not pictured on any of these cards, so why would you ever grab it, right?
Who needs almonds?
Exactly. Well, what happens is if you see exactly 7 of a nut, like a cashew, you don't grab the cashew. You grab the almond.
Okay.
If you see 2 sets of 4, say pistachios and walnuts, don't grab either of them. Grab the almond.
Okay.
It's rare, it happens, and the benefit is only one player's going to get it. Any points that have been put against you underneath your card are zeroed out.
Oh.
And it just brings you right back up and leading the round.
Okay, nice.
The other thing that sometimes will happen is you'll see a number card.
Oh, no.
Now, this signals a nutty pose, and the last person to strike that pose takes the card. So, in this case, 3 is everyone touch your elbow.
Okay.
Or it could have been 2.
Who's up?
Or 1.
Okay.
Right. So, it's just boisterous. It's a lot of knuckle smashing and
Sure.
posing and all kinds of things. So
I love it.
this has been a lot of fun.
So you got to have fast hands when you're playing with the nuts.
Yeah, and no rings.
Yeah, no rings. Okay.
We actually demoed this when I did the launch for Paramedics at a local retailer. I did 1 demo of it. They've got 6 pre-orders on it already, so it's
Perfect.
Terrific. Yeah.
And this will be available when?
Spring. So I think
Okay.
March is when it's actually going to launch.
All right, and Paramedics is available now
Right
at your
now.
local retailer?
That's right.
And what is the price point on both of these?
Oh, so Paramedics is $40,
Okay.
$39.95, and Nuts So Fast is $20.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
not bad.
You have to have it at that price.
Yeah, I mean, this right here for anybody out there that is works in the medical field, be a nurse, a doctor, or a paramedic, or anybody. This is a great game to have for your holiday gift giving. And then next year, when this comes out, I mean, come on, it's gonna be
nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I didn't want to keep going down the pun lane, but I'll do it now. Yeah, you brought one other thing.
I did. Do we have any time for it?
Yeah,
Little bit? All right,
we're
sweet.
good.
Okay. So, this is going to be really unusual for people who kind of know me and my games.
Okay.
Because Smirk and Laughter is going to expose a whole bunch of different range of emotions at the game table, and this is a really emotionally satisfying, almost Zen-like storytelling game, where you are an ancient lore giver telling the creation myth of your people.
Oh, nice.
And it is just, I just love this game. So take a look at this.
I'm going to pull this card up real quick like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
And now, some of these clue cards are actually not illustrated yet, but if you look at the line, you can see what it's going to be.
It's very cool.
Yeah, as a lore giver, what you're going to do is you're going to roll 12 dice into your night sky. And now you're going to look through the constellations. Can you see anything from where you are?
Right.
Well, so 5, 6, and 1. 5, 6, and 1, I can see the lion.
Yes.
So I can pull that into my story.
All
and as one of my first 2 keywords for Chapter 1. Now, Chapter 1 is in the beginning. How did all this begin? And now, round 2, we'll have 2 new cards plus 1 used from the last round, and it's the dawn of our civilization. How did we as a people get here?
Okay.
Then, Chapter 3, a great hero emerges. What is this epic tale? Lastly, end of days. What happens when the world comes full circle? And each round you're being scored, and interesting, no one's trying to interrupt your story. You're not playing for comedy, necessarily, you could.
Sure.
But the scoring is secret. You don't know your score till the end. You pass around these lovely offering bags, and you're simply putting little star bits in their bags. And what you're scoring for is not who's the best storyteller, not who is, telling even the best story. It's like, which moment of someone's story this round really impressed me?
Yeah. Okay.
A little nugget.
Yeah.
And at the very end of the game, and this is what I think I love best about the game, why it feels so good, there is a 1-point bonus that every player gets to hand out. And in doing so, you're going to say, well, you know what? I really liked aspects of your story, but I'm going to give this 1 bonus point to a certain player. But it's an appreciation round, so I can say, man, I loved when you told the story about the goddess weeping and it filled the oceans. That was a beautiful moment. When the gods were sharing that one eyeball, and one could look forward in time and one could look in the past, what a crazy idea. I love that. But the idea of the goddess pouring all her knowledge into this mighty tome and then splitting the book at its seam and unfurling the valley where she grew her family, and that's how we began. My bonus point goes to you, sir. That's cool. Brilliant.
Yeah, what a great idea. Now, who put this game together?
Oh, so this is designed by Matt, Alex, and Alex.
Alex and his brother Alex and their other brother Matt.
But Matt Lauder, Matt Fantastic to many people.
Okay.
And Double Alex. Yeah, they're a Double Alex team, and they fused powers together to form
this one mega team.
Yes, exactly. So it's really just
That's awesome.
Beautiful design, and we're super excited to have it.
And when do you think this is going to be hitting the show?
Yeah, this is going to be Gen Con leading right into holiday.
Nice.
We want it to really look appropriate on like wine party tables and everything else, so we want to like really have it a really kind of toothy experience, because it's so cool to play.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Kurt. I appreciate your time coming out here.
All right, thank you.
We'd also like to say a thank you to Carolina Game Tables for letting us borrow the streamer here all weekend long here at PAX Unplugged. If you want to find out more about Carolina Game Tables, you can check out their website or go to their Facebook page. But they also have this amazing Kickstarter going on right now for the Carolina Game Tables cabinet. So go check them out on Kickstarter. Back the cabinet if it's something that you think would look great in your house. They make some amazing furniture.
It'll look great in my house.
Right? It's ridiculous. And then also we have here, we're doing a big mega giveaway. We'll announce the winner on Wednesday. Stop by our booth at booth 203, pick up this card, follow the URL or scan the QR code, go do all the entry points there so you can get all the entries you possibly can to potentially win this amazing big mega prize. And on that note,
all right,
if you're here again at PAX Unplugged, what booth are you guys located at?
848.
848. So stop by Smirk and Dagger at 848. And until then, everybody, we'll be right back here in just a little bit with some more awesome content. So stay tuned.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.